My little kissy. My little gizmo. Yes, you are. Look at Daddy. This is cute. Gizmo, is your leg okay now? Gizmo? Yeah. Gizmo. Puppy. Wait. Hi, baby. Yes. Baby. Oh, look how cute she is. No. I'm watching her.
Where we did have a few tall straight pine trees. They're not native, they've been cared for, just like lots of Australian coastal towns. They planted those types of trees back in the day, so if they needed a new mast for their old sailing ship, they could get one right there on the sort of beachfront. So that's something that's been happening over the years, and lots of coastal towns have those types of trees. But the regular vegetation across Kangaroo Island, across South Australia, is kind of normally shorter mallee trees rather than taller straighter gum trees. So we'll be pointing that out as we travel along today. Now, as you can see, we're pretty much out of suburbia, let's call it. You know, the town is not very large in either direction, but agriculture, primary industries does kind of push up against it in all of our towns in lots of ways. So primary industries is our side, the Adelaide side, and it followed the corner around basically to where Cape Jervis is now, and he saw the land mass over here, and that was 1802. So he came across, pretty close to where you came ashore this morning, but he didn't come ashore there. He followed that north coast, so that's the water off to our right in front of us, 10 to 15 kilometres into a place called Pelican Lagoon. Now, Pelican Lagoon, we're going to go past that in a little minute and I'll point that out. Unfortunately, I don't think we'll see any pelicans there. From the time that Matthew Flinders wrote in his journal, something along the lines of, yeah, from that time to this, there has been a number of fishing industries sort of located quite close to Pelican Lagoon, and fishermen and pelicans don't necessarily get along, so they have actually systematically destroyed the population. So we do have a few pelicans, and we are encouraging them to breed, but it is a little bit dicey. We still have a lot of fishermen, not necessarily commercial fishermen in that particular area, but recreational fishermen, and they're a bit happy to share the guts of the fish that they, catch with the pelicans, and so the pelicans are always like, oh, here's a boat coming in, I'm just going to hang around here and they'll feed me, and sure enough they get fed. Now, pelicans generally need to feed themselves by grouping together and herding the fish into the shallows, and then sticking their head and bill under the water and grabbing up a heap of water and hopefully a few fish at the same time. Now, if they're getting fed like that, they don't make these groups, and they don't go sort of hunting together, and they don't make the other half. And so yeah, they just kind of hang out and wait to be fed again. And so we are actively trying to sort of disparage fishermen feeding the pelicans, just so they kind of go back to a normal sort of natural lifestyle, style, so that they might actually start breeding again. Is 500 kilometres of cliffs anywhere between 50 and 100 metres high. It's just amazing. Sort of sight from the top looking down. I don't know what it would. I think it would be very imposing from the bottom looking up. But I'm just going to interrupt myself there. Coming up on the right hand side is America harvesting a second lot of kangaroos for everyone to eat up. So he was a bit, Matthew Flitters was a bit perplexed. What's going on? Why is it so easy to harvest these kangaroos? And the landing party described how unafraid these kangaroos were. They weren't leaving, they weren't scared of people. It was really easy to harvest them. And so from that conversation, Matthew Flinders determined that there were no Aboriginal people here on Kangaroo Island. And certainly at that point in time, that was true. But that is not the whole story. And I will revisit that story later today after we leave Admiral's Arch. When we leave there, I'll sort of get into a bit of a in-depth history of our Indigenous past. So that was all well and good.
You know it's true. Your brother would agree.
What?
But she's a pain in the ass.
She said Alex didn't have enough plank to do it.
Huh?
But she did it. She said she would never enough plank. Yes!
We had glaciers across this country that tried to sort of basically move quite quickly for a glacier. I mean, glaciers always move, but that once they sort of start melting a little bit more, they move a bit quicker. And one of them moved through the patch of water.
Alright, here we go, guys. We're going to sneak through these gates here.
That's easy. That's easy for you.
Feeding kangaroo guys. Our big boy at the back, Bazza, and then our two little Joeys as well that are currently unnamed. So if you do have name suggestions, let us know. All these kangaroos, all these koalas in this enclosure though, except for these little babies, have come to us as rescue. And I'll talk about that in a moment. Koalas though, you're probably aware, very, very lazy animals. They do sleep around 18 to 20 hours of the day. So it's a pretty tough life. Yep. When they're not sleeping, they're eating. So eating for 4 to 6 hours. It's pretty good. Didn't want to do this in just the hand feeding, that's in this little section there. Otherwise, come on in.
Maybe around too much, but look at the tank.
Hey, where's the sharks at?
Where's the what?
Is there where the sharks are?
Where's the turtle?
Are we next to any sharks? If you want to be next
Yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah, because I've already put it in the pocket.
Hi, gorgeous. Is that right? Is that right? Oh, such a sexy little girl. You're gonna come home with me tonight? She's coming home with me tonight.
What?
She's coming home with me tonight. Yes. I don't know. Gave me a vape. It takes 20 years to take a piss. It's not liquor in him. Probably. I feel like joining you, but it's too high up. Fuck that. You don't watch it from here. So what's my ass looking this?
What I was saying before